So we're going to keep this short and sweet and informal, but if you would just share with us a little bit about who you are and how you use online tools to do work and to work with others, that would be great, because we're just getting into this topic. So I'm going to lift up my laptop so you can see the rest of the class. I'm all tethered, wired down, so it's a little hard, but there they are. They're really there. You can say hi. I did tell them you were local from Hilton. I think I got that right, did I not?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm technology coordinator in the Hilton School District, and I work mostly with the middle and high school teachers and students. I think my favorite tool right now is Skype, and just to give you a couple examples, I first started using it when my daughter did a study abroad in Spain, and we would talk, across for free. My second interesting one is my son went to the U of R. It was on the baseball team, and a lot of the parents were from all over the country. So I hooked up a wireless modem to my laptop, and I would sit out at the baseball field with a bunch of parents, and we would Skype, and we had parents on from Chicago, Florida, and California, and we would just talk back and forth, and we would tell them different plays. And it's by using those things personally that I found some great education applications. We had some students go up to Quebec with their teachers on a field trip, and those kids Skyped in with the kids that had to stay back who were also in the French class. A couple of weeks ago, we Skyped with some elementary kids in Kansas.
We just lost your video. I don't know if you can get that back.
Okay. Are you back?
Yep.
Okay. We Skyped with some kids in Kansas, and it just happened that was right after we had our foot or two of snow here in Rochester, so we were talking about the snow, and those kids who were only in 5th grade were talking about how they had all gone through tornadoes. And they talked about tornadoes like we talk about snowstorms, and they were totally it was like a common occurrence to them, and it totally blew me away that it was such a different way to look at weather from young kids. Some of the ways I'm using Skype now is for staff development and also to help kids. Have you ever done a share screen, Stephen?
Yeah, I have. I do it especially with my father-in-law who's in the Philippines, who just got his first laptop, and he's quite lost. So we do a lot of screen sharing.
Yeah. I work in the middle school and high school, and I've been there 12 years, and the kids kind of know me. But what I started doing is the kids were creating their own websites for a project, and I couldn't be in the building all the time because I work actually in 5 different buildings. So when the kids had questions, we would Skype in, and they would pull their screen up, and I would walk them through the different steps. And the funniest part of it is now that I came to them by Skype and video, I became almost like a rock star in the building. So whenever I came in, there was always, "Oh, hi, Mrs. Sullivan," and before I was just like some lady in the hall that helped them.
That's funny.
Yeah. So I found that to be probably the most useful tool with the connections. I just got onto Twitter this year, and I am a staff developer, and I'm always looking for new things. And I would say Twitter has helped me personally learn more, and because of all the people I'm connected with, and I'm constantly sending out information to other teachers in the building. And just in the past week, I've gotten some teachers to start using Glogster for their science projects, which I just got a link on yesterday, I think, from Twitter. And, the Olympic science videos, the teachers went nuts over there.
Those are great, aren't they?
Yeah. And they created a whole lesson on those.
I have to tell my students, as you mentioned Twitter, what I did this afternoon about 1 o'clock, I was thinking about this. On Twitter, I just asked, I said, who could Skype into class tonight to talk to my students for a few minutes? That's all I did. And I got more responses than we had time for, including Patti's. So it's a nice way to make connections that really give you good information, or potentially good information, in an efficient way. So that's how Patti ended up here tonight, because she's on Twitter and I'm on Twitter.
Right, yeah. And I think we might have met at Educon, maybe?
I'm thinking, did we not meet in the elevator, perhaps, or around in the lobby?
That sounds suspicious.
I remember meeting in the lobby with a group of local people, but I think they were, I thought they were from Hilton. I was wondering if that was you.
Yep, I think so.
So there you go.
The other thing that we've been using a lot lately is Moodle. I don't know if they've experienced that.
I don't think so.
You might have something, an online course software at NAS, similar?
I don't think anyone's using Moodle. They're pretty invested in Blackboard here, which is pretty sterile, but
yeah.
Lots of people are using Moodle out there in the K-12 system to make their own web
Mainly because
services.
It's free.
Right.
But we started doing it as a staff development tool. I teach some cyber safety classes, and we offer that through there. But my high school teachers are starting to take off on it because they can put all their resources up there. They can have chats on there with kids, and it's all safe. They can upload their homework files and send them back and forth to the teacher. And it's helping us to go, not paperless, but it's helping.
Great. Yeah, I know a lot of people are very happy with Moodle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let me ask my students if they have any questions that maybe came to mind as you were talking. Wide open. My arm is getting tired holding this laptop. Oh. There we go. Anybody? Yeah.
What's the scope of your position and the abilities that you've been able to change some education aspects? Are you just like a consultant with teachers, or do you have a more, I don't know, direct role with education in Hilton?
I kind of have the best job in the district. I get to work with kids, teachers, administrators, and I don't have to grade any papers.
That is pretty nice.
Yeah, but what happens is I do a lot of staff development, but we don't do much pull-out staff development anymore because of the cost. So what I generally do is I work with teachers during their free time, or I go into the classroom with them. So when they're using tech applications, I'm right there to help out. And that's how we got more into the Skype, because I just couldn't be everywhere all the time. And I was driving around too much. So this way I go to certain buildings at certain times, and then I Skype in with the kids or the teachers when they need specific technical help.
That's
Did that answer your question?
Yeah, that's a great platform.
Yeah, it used to, when I started out with this, which was a long time ago, there was no tech certification type for teachers. So I kind of got in on the ground floor, which has been fun because I've learned so much along the way. Now there are actual certifications in this field.
Of which we offer one here, so one of the few places that offer a master's in instructional technology for New York State. Any other questions for Patti? All right, I think they're almost in break mode by the looks of it. But Patti, thanks so much for Skyping in.
Okay.
Do you have any issues with me recording this little Skype?
No, that's great.
All right, great. I always have to ask because
What software did you use to record it? That's my question.
Call Recorder, which is only for Mac. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think there are a lot of Windows options. Call Recorder is probably the best one on the Mac side.
Okay.
Makes it really easy though.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right, thanks a
Well,
lot.
nice meeting you for a second time.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks, Patti.